So I want to talk about 5 techniques, investment decision that you will likely see being discussed in Unicross or Ogoja. They likely discuss in financial management or any top, accounting course, but mostly, especially for other department, financial management. You know what? I think it's about time we start. So you get the hang of BPP, ARR, API, MPV, and IRR. The first two are traditional, while the others are more discounted and modern. PBP is the shorter amount that you can get the money back you invest, not the profit. Like when you invest or you borrow, you have to get the money back first for it to cover interest. So PBP is the shorter amount of time you get back the money you invest. Now look at that example. If you invest 500,000 in a company, and this is how much they'll be yielding as your take back, your profit or whatever that will be coming to your hand each of the year after the year that you invest, after the year of investment. So you can use layman way. The way we do it is to see how you can get back either 500,000 or close to it, but it's mostly 500,000. Then you see that when we're adding each other, first year 20, not close. If you add the 30 or second year, it's just 50. If you add 70, we keep adding, 70 will make it, plus 70, it's not close, plus 100 until you get to the 8th year when you add plus 50,000. That's how everything has complete to 500,000. So it's the 8th year is getting it. Another example, and as you are seeing here, the months this time are occur sometimes might not always just be here. We mostly calculate in here, but months can be involved. Okay, look at this other example. Calculate the payback period if the investment is 320, right? We did this, we get 5 years, close. The payback period actually have a formula which is there. The investment divided by the total cash flow there, or the cash flow there. You can see it's 5 years. But what if there's the point where it becomes points? And that is what we also calculate, which you see that they say, okay, it's no longer 20,000 they're saving annually, it's no longer fixed, it's 30,000 fixed annually. That would be 3.3, meaning 3 years and 3 months or so. Now, why is it very, especially for beginners, very important for you to, and your brain level of capacity of understanding quick is for someone to still teach you physically is good, but this can still bring you to speed while the person is teaching you. Now, this is ARR, accounting rate of return. So you can see how it is. They give some specific inflows on investment. So that is the formula for ARR. And that is formula for ARR. The investment divided by the profit stuff divided by the investment and times the distance times 100, because ARR rate means it's in percent. Anyway, that's how you can see it there. And you can see from the question, we added all the profits and divided by the investment. It does two things like scrap value minus it to get the average investment, and then we divide times 100, and that is it. So if you look at it very well, you really understand. It's not hard, because if you add all the profit there, you're seeing the answer is 330, 300, and you see that the investment was 100. Then we'll divide it and what times this thing, and you can see what we have. So anyway, we go to the next one, which is profitability index. Which profitability index is not really hard, it's just inflows divided by the inflows divided by the outflows, right? The investments, the profits or whatever divided by the investment. You can see those two answers is the same, not the same answer, but the same way of solving them. Then we go for NPV. Wait, time to go for commercial break. NPV and IRR have a linkage, because it's true NPV for IRR. You can see what it is: net present value, meaning the total present value minus the investment to give us the net present value. Anyway, this is how to solve the net present value. Like, look at this one now. They give I start with something not so simple, but you still understand. 3 distinct companies they ask you to invest. Now you choose one of the highest net present value, because I mean now there you go get the highest profit. Then again, by highest I mean when it's positive, both of them are positive. Choose the one with the highest. If anyone comes negative, then it's better not to select. Because negative means you're making loss, not getting profit. So this is it. We already have the inflows which were given in the question. So the DCF, remember the percent we're giving, we'll use it, and then effective to saying 1 plus that percent, that rate, but you divide it by 100, then raise the power of minus the years, which why you're seeing in year 1, you're seeing -1 there in that DCF at 1.1. Year 2, you're seeing 1.1 minus 2. That DCF at 10%, the 1.1 is the same thing as 1.10. So, and it's gotten by 1 plus 0.10, which was 10%, 10 divided by 100. So, and then we'll calculate for the three companies. So, and get the highest NPV, highest positive NPV will be our pick, okay? So, you see, and the PV, the present value, you can see before we minus some investment, how we got it. Whatever you get your DCFs, each of them are minus at times in those inflows. Year one inflows times year one DCF, year two inflows times year two DCF, like that. Then when you get all those present value, total them, and you get it, minus it from the investment, that is net present value. You can see we'll do it again for all the three companies, and we have to choose the highest positive. So company B is the highest positive, which is 47,370. After we did that, try it yourself. It's more before you try, just understand the steps, like I said, because I can tell you the answer, but you have seen it already, and it's better you just get it yourself. You can try this question, and you may still get, if you not get these answers, then maybe you check. I might be the one making mistakes, but then I don't think I did, so check very well, because then internal rate of return, like I say, is linked. Look at the question. So if you know how to solve NPV, you don't have an issue. So I'll just do a classic NPV question, but just like I did that last time with companies with different rates, right? This one too is going to be maybe one or more company, but just like I seen there, but with different rates, but just two rates. Now IRR deals with those two rates and those two NPVs. But one NPV will be negative, one will be positive. The negative is the lower one, which we'll use last. The positive is the, you get the idea, is this bigger one, which is positive, it has plus, or you not see plus front of it, but negative must have minus. Anyway, so that is IRR. So you can see this is normal NPV question. You are familiar with it now by now, so I'll just skip past it fast. I'll skip past all these steps. Now look at this. And now that we've gotten the NPVs, first one 26059, second one minus, that is negative, minus 963, right? Normally, if we were to choose, we say we choose the first one, but we're just solving IRR now. Now you can see we want to find the rate of returns. You see the first P, you can see the formula there, A divided by A minus B, and the first A there is just the rate plus the normal positive NPV gotten from the rate divided by this thing minus minus, and minus times minus is plus, the negative, and then the negative NPV stuff minus the positive one, and we have already apportioned those numbers from what we got before. Even the DCFs are the small a's and the small b's, so you can see when we apportion there, remember the answers we get 2069, 10 is waiting to plus it outside as the small NPV and the first NPV and the positive one. Then 26059 minus the negative NPV, which is minus 12963, right? Then the rates are minusing each other, 18 minus 10, which you can see again, 10 is still waiting outside, 26059 over 26059 minus 10 minus have become plus. So if those two plus each other, plus 12, blah, blah, this is what we get, 39 will be, what you are saying there, 022. Then the 18 minus 8 that there in the brackets there will give us 8, so which means 39022 raised to power 8 will be divided by 26059. Whatever answer we get, which there will go 4.85, is 10 is waiting to plus it outside. We just approximate it to two decimal places, that's why it's 85. So 10 plus 4.85 automatically becomes 40.85%. Sorry, I can put that percent sign, just like how accounting rate of return has percent sign. So this is the rate of return, internal rate of return. Like I said, those that are like beginners are very deep and their brain are not fast assimilating. You still need somewhere to hold your hand, like not literally guide you through this process, but for those that brain are sharp in picking up, or they are not beginners like that, they can be able to dwell in. Maybe some are just looking for question, they can be able to actually dwell in and use this to their advantage. By that way, you can still always reach out to me. So I am your baby doll. Bye.